So many of us believe that walking away from a harmful relationship is the end of the story. We think that closing that door means freedom. But what if I told you that for countless brave souls, leaving is just the beginning of another battle? A battle fought in the shadows. A battle we don't talk about nearly enough. Imagine summoning every ounce of courage you have to leave. You take that step. You think you can finally breathe. Then the phone starts ringing. And ringing, or the messages flood in. The feeling of being watched, of never truly being alone, creeps back in. This, my friends, is the chilling reality of post-separation abuse. It's the nightmare that continues long after the goodbye. The emotional toll is immense. It's a constant state of high alert. It's looking over your shoulder in the grocery store. It's your heart pounding every time an unknown number calls. Can you imagine living like that? This isn't just sadness or the pain of a breakup. This is a calculated campaign of torment. It's designed to break your spirit, to keep you entangled, to make you feel powerless even when you're supposed to be free. These are invisible chains, but they are so incredibly heavy. They wear you down day by day, chipping away at the peace you fought so hard to find. It's an exhaustion that settles deep in your bones, a fear that whispers in the quiet moments. I remember hearing about a mother, let's call her Sarah. She thought she had protected her children by leaving an abusive partner. But then, the calls started coming to her new unlisted number. Her ex would show up near her work or near the children's school just to let her know he was there. He used every legal loophole to drag her back to court, draining her savings, trying to turn the children against her. She lived in constant dread, not for herself, but for her babies. Her story is not unique. It's a pattern. It's a strategy. It's the abuser desperately trying to hold on to control, even when they have no right to it anymore. This is the cruel reality for so many. This isn't just a bad breakup or drama. No, this is a deliberate, sustained pattern of coercive control that extends beyond the end of a relationship. It's a hidden crisis, unfolding behind closed doors in quiet neighborhoods, affecting people from all walks of life. We need to understand this. We need to see it for what it is. The courage it takes to leave is monumental, but the courage it takes to survive what comes after leaving, that is a strength we must acknowledge and support. These individuals are not just moving on, they are fighting for their right to peace, their right to safety, their right to live. When you're facing this kind of ongoing torment, where do you turn? You turn to the system that's supposed to protect you, right? You go to the courts, to the police, believing they will help. But what happens when that system fails? What happens when the very people who are meant to shield you don't fully understand the depth of what you're going through? This is a painful truth for so many survivors of post-separation abuse. They get restraining orders, only to see them violated with little consequence. They report harassment, only to be told it's a civil matter. It's like screaming for help, and no one can hear you. Or worse, they don't believe you. You see, post-separation abuse isn't always black and blue marks. It's so much more insidious, so much more complex. It's a web of control with many different strands. There's financial abuse. The abuser might drain joint bank accounts, run up debt in the survivor's name, or refuse to pay child support, all to create financial ruin and dependency. Then there's legal abuse, a truly cruel tactic. Abusers use the court system itself as a weapon, filing motion after motion, making false accusations, dragging out proceedings for years, all to exhaust the survivor emotionally and financially. They turn a place of justice into a new arena for their abuse. And then there's the psychological warfare, the relentless campaign to destroy a person's well-being. This can be stalking, both online and in the physical world. It can be cyberbullying, spreading lies and rumors to friends, family, even employers, trying to isolate the survivor. One of the most heartbreaking forms is parental alienation, where the abuser systematically turns the children against the other parent. Can you imagine the pain of your own child being used as a weapon against you? The abuser's goal is chillingly simple: to maintain power, to inflict suffering, to ensure the survivor never truly escapes their influence. It's about making sure you never feel safe. When the system doesn't recognize these tactics, when it doesn't connect the dots, survivors feel utterly alone and re-victimized. They are told they are too emotional or exaggerating. They fight to be believed, all while navigating the trauma of the abuse itself. This systemic failure adds another layer of pain, another heavy burden. It's like being lost in a maze, desperately searching for an exit, but every path leads back to frustration and fear. We have to ask ourselves, how can we make the system see? How can we make it understand the full picture of this devastating abuse that continues long after a relationship is over? Now, in the face of such overwhelming adversity, what happens? Does the human spirit break? Sometimes it feels like it might. But I'm here to tell you, what I have seen time and time again is the incredible, awe-inspiring resilience of survivors. It's a quiet strength, a fierce determination that burns within, even when they feel like they have nothing left. It's the decision to get up one more time, to fight one more day, to believe that a better life is possible. This isn't about being strong in the sense of never feeling pain. It's about feeling the pain, acknowledging the fear, and choosing to keep moving forward anyway. That, my friends, is true courage. The journey of rebuilding is not a straight line. It's full of ups and downs, steps forward and steps back. It starts with small acts of reclaiming oneself. Maybe it's finding a therapist who truly understands post-separation abuse. Maybe it's creating a safety plan. Maybe it's just allowing yourself to feel joy again, even for a fleeting moment. Survivors begin to rewrite their own stories, not as victims, but as the heroes of their own lives. They learn to trust their instincts again. They slowly, painstakingly piece back together their sense of self, their confidence, their hope. It is a sacred journey, a testament to the power of the human heart. And here's something truly beautiful. Survivors are not walking this path alone. They are finding each other. They are building communities of support that are powerful, life-affirming, and life-saving. Online forums light up with shared experiences, with words of encouragement. Local support groups become safe havens where stories are heard without judgment, where tears are met with understanding, and where practical advice is shared. In these spaces, survivors realize they are not isolated. They are not crazy. Their experiences are real, and they are validated. This connection, this sense of belonging, is a powerful antidote to the isolation that abuse creates. It's a lifeline. These communities are more than just support groups. They are movements. They are grassroots organizations started by survivors, for survivors. They are advocates working tirelessly to raise awareness, to change laws, to educate the public and professionals. They are voices rising together, a chorus demanding to be heard, demanding change. They are creating resources, offering shelter, providing legal aid. They are turning their pain into purpose, their suffering into service. These communities are beacons of hope, showing us what is possible when people come together with empathy, compassion, and a shared vision for a safer world. They are the proof that even after the deepest darkness, light can and does return. So what can we do? How can we all be part of the solution? This isn't just a problem for survivors to solve on their own. It's a call to all of us, to our hearts, to our communities. We need real systemic change. This means better education for everyone in the justice system, for judges, for lawyers, for police officers, so they can recognize the subtle, insidious patterns of post-separation abuse and coercive control. We need protection orders that are actually enforced, with real consequences for those who violate them. We need laws that acknowledge coercive control as the serious crime it is. This is about making our systems truly work for those who need them most. But it's not just about laws and policies. It's about a shift in our culture, in our understanding. We need to believe survivors. We need to listen without judgment. We need to challenge the victim blaming that still happens far too often. Why did she stay? Why didn't he leave sooner? These are the wrong questions. The right question is, why does the abuser choose to abuse? We need to create a society where abuse in all its forms is simply not tolerated, not during a relationship, and certainly not after it is ended. It starts with conversations, with awareness, with each of us choosing to be an ally. Are you willing to listen? Are you willing to learn? And for every survivor listening right now, I want you to hear this. Recovery is possible. Rebuilding your life after such an ordeal is possible. It takes time, it takes courage, it takes support. But you can find joy again. You can rediscover your passions. You can redefine your self-worth, not by what was done to you, but by the incredible strength you've shown. The scars may remain, yes, but those scars can become symbols of your journey, of your resilience, of your victory. There is a full, vibrant, beautiful life waiting for you, a life where you are safe, respected, and truly free. Believe in that. This is our moment to stand together, to shine a bright light on this hidden crisis of post-separation abuse. We must partner with survivors, lift their voices, and support the organizations doing this vital work. Their fight for peace, for safety, for justice is our fight too. Let us commit to creating a world where leaving an abusive relationship means true freedom, not the start of another terrifying chapter. Let hope be our guide, and let compassion be our fuel. Your story matters, your life matters, and together we can make a difference. We can and we will build a better, safer future for everyone. Thank you.